All right. I'm not quite ready just yet. I've got my own little timer in front of me that I want to hit and then make sure I'm running roughly to the amount of time that I'd like to be running to. Given that I've got 5 minutes, use a decent bit of it. I'm going to count us in and then I'll start. Um, three, two, one. Hey, Douglas, right? Awesome, cool. I'm Abraham. Sorry, I don't exactly get a picture when someone is booked in with me. And I've got here written, you've had your gallbladder removed recently, right? Yes, cool, awesome. Got the right person. Make sure I've got the right conversation planned. Cool. Now, maybe you don't know why you've been sent to me with your gallbladder removed. If you don't, it's okay. I'm a nutritionist. I'm here to help you work through any changes that might need to happen now that you don't have a gallbladder. It's come out already. No refunds, no returns. You know what I mean? And I've got three things I'd like you to have in mind and really go home with after today. One, what your gallbladder does, and two and three, what missing it means for your diet and for your long-term healthcare. And actually, the beginning of that plan between you and me. Now, I'm sure you know a bit of this already, but I'm going to go over it again. Your liver makes something that's called bile. Bile's super useful, particularly digesting different fats that you eat. It kind of breaks it down and lets your body absorb it. Both good and bad. The good things kind of like omega-3s and stuff like that. But I know, and you know, that neither of us are always eating. We can't eat every second of the day. So if your liver keeps making bile, what does it do with it? It gives it to the gallbladder, where it's stored and concentrated. And when you do eat something extra fatty, your gallbladder sends it right back. Not to the liver, but to your gut to begin breaking it down. Awesome. Great. System works. Breaks down food. Ideal. But without a gallbladder, you don't exactly have the space to store and concentrate that bile, and your liver just has to send it straight into your gut to digest. It's not quite as awesome, but it still works. It's not like you can't survive without it. It just means you have to think about food a little more and what missing your gallbladder means for how you eat, for your diet. Now, when you eat fatty foods from now into the future, you got to keep in mind what your body can handle. And it won't be as much as it could before. That doesn't mean don't eat fatty foods. You still need to eat them. You still need to eat foods with fats in them. They help your body function, particularly by helping your body absorb certain vitamins that it can't make itself, things that only absorb through fat, and it can be storages for energy. Anyway, things that it can only absorb through fat are things like vitamin A, which can actually help your vision and eyesight and actually helps boost your immune system. Vitamin D, which, people are like, oh, don't I get that from the sun? But you need these things in your body to then process the sun. And actually, that sounds very silly when we aren't just plants, but sometimes we can be. But it actually helps with calcium and phosphate and things that keep your bones really strong. There are some others, but I'm actually not going to go into them now. But you get the idea. You do still need to eat foods with fats, but between us, me and you, it's my job to help you get the balance your body needs of healthy fats and actually not overloading with too many fats, healthy or not. And finally, what does that mean for long and short-term healthcare? Well, today, right now, well, maybe not right now, maybe a bit later, I'd like to do a blood test and see how your vitamin and mineral levels are doing now again. So we know where we're starting from. And then I'd love to book you in about a month's time to come back and actually retest your blood then, and we can work on how to tackle this together, whether you're doing really, really well or quite poorly. Who knows? I don't know yet. Maybe I'll ask you to come back in another month. Maybe we'll have some time between that. But in the meantime, I should ask, have you ever done a food diary? If you don't know what it is, that's fine. Basically, you write down everything you've had to eat each day. Maybe you've got a little notepad. You write, Monday, breakfast, lunch, dinner. I had eggs and bacon, a sandwich, pasta, right? And you write down everything you've eaten in a day over a week or two, or longer if you don't find it too stressful to keep up. But don't get worried that I'm going to sit there and read your food diary and go, oh, you've been eating terribly. I know everything about you now. I'm not going to do that. But it's really helpful for me as a nutritionist to actually know how you're going. Firstly, with the stats from that blood test, from those multiple blood tests, hopefully, and actually knowing about your food and how that's treating you. Because then we can actually begin to work on it together and you can get the adequate nutrition, and that's really my goal. Do you have any questions? No? Mate, awesome. I've done my job then. Have a lovely afternoon. I'll see you later.